2017, a year for the books.
It's just very interesting and unusual.
So it only made sense to check the book written by experts to take a look back, the World Almanac.
The World Almanac really is a general reference book. Basically, we want to cover all of the events of the past year and be a really great go-to tool to use in the upcoming year.
And each year, the editors put together a list of the top news stories.
2017 kicked off with a new president.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
New president, and with a new president, always a lot of changes come with that. So we had a president using social media really actively for the first time. Lots of new policies come in with a new president, and Trump has been no exception.
A lot of policy changes from the Trump administration, pulling out of the Paris Climate Agreement, ending the DACA program for illegal immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as kids, and a controversial travel ban on people from several mostly Muslim countries.
The travel ban, the tougher, the better.
But after Trump changes, number 2 on their list, rising tension with North Korea.
If war comes, make no mistake, the North Korean regime will be utterly destroyed.
We'll definitely be paying attention to what's going on in North Korea. They just this month launched another missile test.
And of course, this year, we heard a lot about
Russia.
The Russian government.
investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election and possible ties to Trump's campaign.
No, Russia did not help me. That I can tell you, okay?
Women were also heard loud and clear this year.
Most important thing I can do is just be vocal and make my voice present.
I came out today because I'm a firm believer in women's rights.
Coming together from around the world for the Women's March.
Something like 400 cities had participating marches, millions of women and their supporters.
And to speak out about harassment with the Me Too movement.
It was an amazing thing to see so many women share their stories, not just, the famous actresses, but ordinary women being able to share their stories in what felt like a safe space because there were so many prominent voices being heard.
2017 was one of the costliest years ever for natural disasters.
I'm here in Texas where Hurricane Harvey has devastated the coast.
Hurricane season came on strong as Harvey, Irma, and Maria caused devastation throughout the U.S. and Caribbean.
Nobody got to get their stuff out as quick as we did, and everybody's stuff is gone.
And the wildfires in California are still raging.
The record-breaking wildfire season, and we're going to be paying attention to that going forward because they just seem to be escalating and affecting more and more people every year.
Devastation continued with the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history, when dozens were killed during a concert in Las Vegas.
It's such a tragic story, and it's unfortunate that we see a record-setting shooting. It seems like every year now. Hopefully going forward that won't be the case.
Other top stories include the protests over Confederate monuments, the violent clashes in Charlottesville, Virginia, and the Take a Knee movement, as football players kneeled during the national anthem to protest police violence against black men.
The Take a Knee movement, that just created a phenomenon. I mean, Colin Kaepernick started doing his protest in August of 2016, and it certainly didn't see the participation of almost every football franchise until 2017.
This year, we saw a country divided. But there was one history-making event that brought everyone together.
Isn't that amazing?
The solar eclipse.
It was just really cool how everything around you went dark, and the only thing you could really see was just the outline of the moon.
One word, I would say astronomical.
Rounding out an eventful year of headlines.
This year has been such a surprise. We've had so many stories come out that no one anticipated, so I'm just looking ahead to see what happens next.